If you find yourself with a camera in your hand and you want to learn how to use it, please subscribe to this channel, like the videos, comment down below what you would like to learn more about. Hi Photon subscribers. Today we're talking about how do I get better photographs. It's a little bit of a hard question because I don't really know where you're coming from, but I'm going to do my very best to give you some very good, quick tips in about a 5-minute span of how to get better photographs. Obviously, number one, if you're shooting outside of manual mode, I would suggest you work at building your skill up to be able to shoot in manual so that you can control all three aspects of each photograph, being the sensitivity of your sensor, which would be your original choice. If you're shooting in film, the speed of exposure that your film will be given, whether it's ISO 100, 150, etc. Working on being able to control all three aspects of your photograph so that you come out with your style and detail is important. However, if the reason you're not getting good photographs is because you are shooting in manual mode and you're too worried and you're not getting one of the three dialed in properly, figure out what one you want to or should adjust first. We have a video that we discussed when you have photos that are turning out too bright or too dark, what you should adjust, and we suggest an order that you adjust those in, going one way to the other. However, if that doesn't help you, then just arbitrarily choose one. If you're having difficulty setting the right shutter speed so that you get stopped motion instead of blurred, then shoot with Canon's have a TV option, which is time value. Shoot with TV in mind so that you can control the speed of your shutter. If you're interested more in being able to shoot something with a blurred background, a greater blur with what would be a more wide open or a smaller aperture value, f-stop, then shoot in AV mode on Canons. Now, on Nikon, time value is just simply T, if I recall, and aperture is simply A. If you want to shoot controlling primarily your ISO, then for Canon specifically, shoot in P mode. I believe P mode is also available, although it's not going to be fully automatic with the Nikons. It may call it a programmed P mode. But that's a short, quick, simple answer to better photography. Now, if you're not struggling with exposure as far as what is improving or making your photography a better quality, then your composition and your style of lighting are two very good things that you should work on to improve your photography. The aspects of composition are what items in your photograph are drawing your viewer's attention to your subject or your object. If you are shooting portraits, then you're going to want to draw your viewer's eye to the subject's eye. In other words, the image of the person that you have imaged for their portrait, you're going to want to draw their viewer's eye to their eye. It's the eye and the facial expression when somebody's looking at the eye of an individual that communicates the most. You've heard it said that the eye is the window to the soul. There's a lot of truth in that. I certainly believe that, but it's something you're going to want to focus on, and it's something you're going to want to learn to be able to draw out of the individual whose portrait you're taking, so that there is that personality that's being drawn out and communicated through the intensity and the look, the expression of that individual. But it's all communicated with the eye. So there's parts of it that lead to and emphasize the smile, the eyebrows, the ears, the little micro movements in the face, controlled with very small muscles. That's important, and those are micro expressions. It's those micro expressions a lot of people read and seem like mind readers, but it's just reading the expression on the face of the individual. You've heard it said that your face speaks louder than your words. And it's very much true. And that's one of the things that we seek to capture as photographers in portraiture. The other thing that we were talking about is lighting. So lighting is very key to the storytelling of a photograph, and it doesn't just have to be other styles. It can be within portraiture, but within product photography, street photography, within photojournalism. A lot of time these things don't allow for a thorough or an elaborate light setup. So a lot of it is more learning how to react to and get a shot from the perspective that you want and is most like your style. So those are some quick tips that I have as far as lighting. We didn't get into a lot of details, but if you already have a thorough grasp of what lighting is and how to change it, then that'll be a bonus tip for you. Otherwise, composition, you're going to be looking for lines that you might not even consider leading lines, but such as I drew out the background when I was doing the videos in front of brick. Each mortar line between bricks are a leading line to the subject or your object. So some interesting thoughts for you in composition, lighting, and then the operation of the settings for your camera. So I hope those are of value to you. If this has added value to your shooting through this content, we would appreciate your subscription, and we thank you so much for leaving a comment, letting us know other things that you would like to learn about and things that we can shed some light on. All right, that's a bad pun, but it's true. We talk in terms of pictures as a society, and even our younger generations are talking in pictures. We're learning even more about communicating with pictures through emoticons and all that sort of stuff, or some people say emoticons. Now they are emojis, memojis, and all sorts of new things that are changing and trending. So thank you so much for watching. As we said, we appreciate your subscription, your liking, and leaving comments of other things you would like to learn and discuss or see discussed in the future. Thank you so much. God bless.